They say silence is empty, but in truth, silence is full of codes, wisdom, and unseen power. The quiet ones often go unnoticed. They don't speak much. They don't seek the spotlight, and they rarely force their presence on the world. Yet behind that stillness lies something extraordinary, a depth that words could never carry. Silence is not weakness. It is a hidden language, a spiritual code that only those who listen carefully can understand. The quiet souls carry frequencies that are stronger than noise, and in their silence, they often shape the world in ways louder voices cannot. But why does silence hold such power? And why do the quietest souls often carry the deepest wisdom? Silence is not the absence of sound. It is the presence of awareness. When the noise of the world falls away, what remains is the subtle hum of existence itself. In silence, you can hear the rhythm of your own heartbeat, the whisper of your thoughts, the flow of your breath. This is why so many ancient mystics retreated into silence, not to escape life, but to encounter it fully. Science even confirms it. Silence lowers stress, regenerates the brain, and enhances creativity. But spiritually, it does far more. It opens the door to intuition, allowing you to hear the voice beneath all voices, the guidance of the soul. Those who dwell in silence are not avoiding the world. They are tuning into a deeper frequency, one that holds truths words could never capture. The quiet ones carry a power that doesn't need to shout. Think of a still lake. It reflects the world with perfect clarity, while turbulent waters distort everything. In the same way, a silent soul mirrors truth without distortion. Their power lies in presence, not performance. They influence without forcing. They guide without commanding. And often, their silence speaks louder than words ever could. This is why the quietest people in the room often hold the deepest wisdom. Their silence is not emptiness. It is a container, a vessel holding insights too sacred to waste on idle chatter. And when they finally choose to speak, their words carry the weight of mountains. Silence is more than peace. It is a code, a key that unlocks hidden doors of consciousness. Every tradition speaks of it. The mystics of Sufism, the monks of the East, the prophets in the desert, all embraced silence, not as emptiness, but as communication with the divine. In silence, the ego loses its grip. Without words to defend, without noise to distract, the soul emerges. And in that stillness, a new language begins to form, one made not of sound, but of presence, vibration, and truth. This is why the quietest souls often feel so mysterious. They are not just silent, they are fluent in a deeper code, one that most have forgotten how to read. Modern society fears silence. We fill every moment with noise, notifications, conversations, distractions, because silence feels uncomfortable. It forces us to face ourselves, to confront the truths we've buried beneath the chaos. This is why quiet souls often seem strange to others. Their comfort in silence exposes the discomfort of those who cannot sit with their own thoughts. Their stillness becomes a mirror, and many are afraid of what that mirror shows. Yet, it is exactly in this silence that transformation happens. Those who embrace it learn to hear what others cannot. They become the keepers of wisdom that noise will never touch. When silence becomes a choice, it turns into a source of invisible power. The quiet ones can walk into a room without a single word, and yet shift the atmosphere. Their presence carries weight because it is not scattered by noise. It is concentrated, distilled, like pure energy. In silence, they observe what others miss. They notice the unspoken tensions, the hidden emotions, the subtle patterns of life. This makes them not only wise, but also dangerous to illusions, because nothing can hide in true silence. Their power is not in how much they say, but in how deeply they see. And those who see deeply do not need to speak often. Silence is not only human, it is divine. Every sacred text speaks of the voice that comes in stillness, the whisper of God that cannot be heard in noise. Silence becomes a bridge between the human and the eternal. In those moments of stillness, the soul recognizes its true nature. You are no longer just a body in a noisy world. You are awareness itself, infinite and untouched. This is why the prophets sought solitude, why mystics entered the caves, why sages sat in meditation. They weren't escaping life. They were tuning into the frequency where life and divinity meet. And the quiet souls of today carry that same bridge within them. Silence is not only a bridge, it is also a shield. In a world built on noise, silence becomes a form of resistance. It protects the soul from being consumed by chaos. It shields the heart from voices that try to dictate who you should be. And for the quiet ones, this shield turns into a weapon. They disarm arguments by refusing to engage. They reveal truth by not adding to the noise of lies. Their silence becomes louder than shouting because it is charged with meaning. The world misunderstands them, calling them weak. But in reality, their silence is strength, an unshakable fortress built from within. At the heart of it all lies the secret. Silence is the true code of power. Words can be twisted, noise can be manipulated, but silence remains pure. It holds a clarity that no deception can touch. The quiet souls carry this code within them. They live with a depth most cannot see, but everyone can feel. Their silence is not passive. It is active energy, vibrating with intention, focus, and truth. This is why when they finally choose to speak, the world listens. Their voice cuts through the noise because it is born from silence. And in that moment, their power is undeniable. Silence has always been misunderstood. The world sees it as emptiness, but the soul knows it as fullness. It is not the absence of life. It is the essence of life itself. The quietest souls are not here to compete with noise. They are here to remind us of what lies beneath it. they are the guardians of a forgotten language, one that speaks not through sound, but through presence. And if you too carry this silence within you, then know that your stillness is not a weakness. It is your greatest strength, a spiritual code written into your very being, waiting to be remembered and lived.